Hello and welcome back for another week's video. And today's video, as you can tell by the title, we are going to rate some of our favorite Barbie songs because this is like a dive into our childhood because Barbie has been a huge part of our childhood.
Other than Pokemon.
We've grown up to it and we can also tell childhood stories of our own. Well, we rate these songs. And a little background, maybe one of the reasons why we love music so much is because the influence of Barbie ever since they started musicals. Let's get this video started. The first is called Free from Barbie, Princess and the Pauper. We're only going to play a little part of the song because we might get copyright, as you know. For this song, I give it a 9. This is one of the most iconic songs in all of the Barbie music. And this is the movie that started it all, so it's a classic. We love classics. The message of the song clearly means they are stuck in a place where they can't be free. And also, the lines, duty, may... what's the line again? Duty means doing the things your heart may well regret. Is something that you have a duty, even though that's not what you would want. You still have a duty to do it. It's your responsibility, like Princess Annalise and Erica. And also, there's also one line here that says, I'm realizing now that every present comes with strings. That was a really deep meaning, which was before we didn't even realize it, not until we grew up. Next song is called I'm a Girl Like You, still from Barbie, Princess and the Pauper, because a little backstory, we often dance to this. We would often play as Annalise and Erica and join this and dance to it while it's playing on the TV, and we would do the steps too. We would imagine that we were on the same time. It's a little funny, but that's how we grew up.
I'm just like you, I'm just like you, you're just like me, you're just like me. It's something anyone can see. A heart that beats, a voice that speaks the truth. Yes, I am a girl like you.
Well, you know why. Now, for my rating, that would be maybe an 8.5 because it wasn't as strong as Free, the previous song. So it's an 8.5 because it still conveys the message how different their lives are. But they both have one common thing, and that is they are both stuck in their worlds. You should say something.
I'm not giving you time to speak.
I pause. You should tell something.
For me, it's 9. Because it's like a different vibe. And it's just not like Free where you convey your problems. And just like you find like that person similar to you and you may convey that you have the same problems and so the literal meaning.
The next song is we have The Cat's Meow, the song Erica sang to her cat, Wolfie. This is one of my favorites.
There is not one hair of you that I would rearrange. I love you the way you are, and that will never change. That will never
is a 9. For me, that is a solid 9 because not only, well, when we were young, we didn't know exactly what the message means. We just thought it was a message for a cat. So now that we were listening to it now, when we are all grown up, it hides a really deep message about embracing yourself and being yourself. And do not let anyone tell you otherwise.
8.5 for me.
Wow, that's a good song.
I know it's a good song, but you know, it like haunted me when we're watching that in the musical in our city.
One of our favorite songs in all
It's
of the
mine.
Barbie music.
It's mine, literally mine.
We're
And-
going by timeline, so we start with Princess and the Pauper. So we'll let you hear a bit of it.
If you love me for me.
Will I be the one you choose? Can you tell my heart is speaking? My eyes will give you clues. What you see may be deceiving. Truth lies underneath the skin. Hope will blossom by believing the heart that lies within.
Okay, that's enough. Seriously, that song is a solid 10. Not only does it tell that it tells about love beyond the appearance, but also your true self, loving one's true self, loving one who is herself. That's the message. It's a really sweet song, and the voice actors harmonies were just amazing. I can't say, the song is really speechless. You should listen to it. Next is called Written in Your Heart, still from Barbie, Princess and the Pauper. This is the
aftermath.
ending, part of the ending, and it's really one of my favorites too.
And you're always free to begin again. And you're always free to believe. When you find the place that your heart belongs, you'll never. You and I will always be celebrating life together. I know I have found a friend forevermore. Love is like a melody, one that I will always treasure. Courage is the key that opens every door.
That
Been
is
under
a
11.
9.5 for me.
I've been 11.
You can't. The highest is 10.
Fine. It's 10.
For me, that's a 9.5. It's just, the song is just so powerful. It fits for the ending. It fits everything. It's a conclusion to the whole movie. That's that.
Sweet friendship till the end.
He's not royalty.
I know, but I don't know what's Julian's position.
He's like one of Annalise's friend. We can only label him as a friend because he doesn't have any royal position. He's
But
like
in
more
the
on
end, it will be
close
like a confidence.
confide. Someone they can confide to, a close ally. Trust. Never
Aid.
mind.
It's an aid.
Never mind.
Barbie
This is her
Diaries. My movie.
favorite, one of her favorites, and the song is called This Is Me.
This is me, carrying all reaching out constantly, worrying over the world. I'm just going for it. This is me.
I have to give that like an 8 because I somehow don't feel the vibe of it, but it has a really good message. The song has a really good message, but I just don't vibe with it.
8.5 for me. Because it's like you're saying that this is you and you're not somebody that you want to be perfect. Like the movie states that she's always being compared to Raquel.
No, she always degrades herself, and she always
Feels
thinks that
inferior to Raquel.
no, there is a little, but the most thing here is that she doesn't believe in herself. That she relies on something to make her feel special when it doesn't really have an effect. It was all her.
One is no to self.
An 8 again, because the message is clear, but it's just not really my thing. I don't know. I don't really vibe with the songs from this movie. I'm so sorry.
8.5 for me. So she like is inspiring for her. The song's based on her.
It's
Naturally,
also
on
literally
her.
said no to self. The next song is called Shine from the 12 Dancing Princesses. One of our favorites, actually.
We dance in an endless flow in the grace of a perfect design. Stepping out of the dark and into the glow.
Derek lyrics.
When we shine, stepping out of the dark and into the glow.
Rating 8.5.
9.
So next
Next
is from Barbie and the Island Princess. Barbie as the Island Princess, and this is one of the most superior songs ever. It's called I
Her
Need to Know.
movie.
This is literally
This
one
is
of
like
my favorites.
the first movie we watched.
Yes, in all of the series. I give that a solid 10.
9.
A solid 10 because the song has more to it than the chorus. Both of them were really confused at the time. They were both confused on who they really are. They need to know the answers. And this gets answered with a song later on in the end. Next song, we have a song called Right Here in My Arms, the reunion song for Ro and her mother. That is such a really sweet song, and it's a lullaby actually. That's a 9 for me, a 9, because it's somehow it's very really touching when you watch it in the movie, because that was the only connection she has with her mother, and she didn't even notice until the very end.
9.
Here's the thing about this movie. We often pretend to be in this movie.
And we're like two different characters. She is Ronald the mother.
No!
What?
The setting here always was we were friends with Ro, and Ro lonely on that island. She has us, and
Oh.
we are also away from civilization. So the next song is called When We Have Love, and this was the song I was talking about earlier. The answers are all here.
Now that I've seen the world around me, now that the answers all are clear, old concerns behind me, new adventures near. I know a chance can be worth taking, and that a family can grow. When we have love to guide us as we go.
That is a 9.5 because it fits perfectly to everything and it's a perfect conclusion to the movie.
8.5 for me.
So here we have first is called Two Voices, which is personally one of our favorites from the whole series.
Two voices.
If I could wish for one thing, I'd take the smile that you bring. Wherever you go in this world, I'll come along. Together we dream the same dream. Forever I'm here for you, you're here for me. Oh, oh, two voices, one song.
A 10 because that
Oh,
I'm so sorry. That is a 10 because as you can see, it's really catchy and it's acoustic. It's everything. It's everything.
9.5.
So we have a song called Connected from Barbie and the Diamond Castle. And here we go.
I feel connected. It's like you're standing right with me all the time. You hear me, and everything else gonna be alright. 'Cause nothing can break this, nothing can break this, nothing can break this tie. Connected.
That is a 8.5 for me. Friendship song. So that's deeper as it goes at rating 9. We imagined that we were Liana and Alex.
And it's also a part of our voice training when we don't even do it.
It's weird, but you get it.
Can't go back, so we gotta go on. We'll stick together, staying strong. There's a diamond castle in my mind. Someday soon, we're gonna find it. We're gonna find it. We're gonna find it. We're gonna find it.
This song was sang even though they were at a loss of hope as well. So this is like a 9 for me because they sang the song is really the lyrics are really sad, but they changed it to a more lighter mood to bring up everyone as well.
As Jeremy and Ian said in the movie,
Timing is everything. Here's the last song for part 1 of this from Barbie and the Diamond Castle, Believe.
Beneath the ground is the spring that feeds the creek, invisible as the wind that you feel on your cheek, and every breeze that whispers reminds us constantly. Sometimes what's real is something you can't see. Believe in all that can be. A miracle starts whenever you dream. Believe and sing from your heart. You'll see your song will hold the key.
That may be short for most songs from Barbie, but it holds a really powerful message. So that's a 10 for me. It's also really catchy too.
9.5 for me. Because I somewhat heard this as original.
It does. It has a pop version. So there you have it for our part 1. We will be recording part 2 maybe in tomorrow. because there's still a few more, a half more way to go, and the video's getting way too long. You guys might get bored, we're so sorry.
And we're gonna dive into another Barbie world, which is like a such a modern era.
Yes, and a more modern because we've done most of the classics already. So there you have it. This is part 1 of our ratings of Barbie songs. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because we do post every single Thursday now because of our online classes. So with that being said, see you guys next week. Bye! For part 2! Don't forget part 2!